and snap your fingers, then you lean back. All out of state, on the day they never seen that. Ain't back, throw and snap your fingers, then you lean back.
Hello and welcome to Viti Vibes TV, your one and only show by the Fijian youth. If you'd like to be a part of the show or know anyone that would also like to be a part of it, please let us know. I'm your host, Pranay Sharma. The month of May again is Physiotherapy Awareness Month. Physiotherapists are individuals who work on rehabilitation of your body. They are a great source and a great resource if you've ever suffered any injury. May is also MS Month. Do you know 90,000 people in BC live with MS every single day? Moving on. With the summer approaching, please keep an eye on elderly people because they might experience heat waves coming and they are a higher risk of getting injured, getting sick, and not feeling well because of heat waves. So make sure to check up on them and make sure they're all good. Also, no show is complete without the support from our sponsors, and if you'd like to sponsor this show or any other show that we bring to you on a weekly basis, please call us at the numbers in our credits. Now, I'm going to have a quick break and here have a word from our sponsors.
I understand how important it is to have a place called home, and it's frustrating using your hard-earned money on rent. Vic Prasad can make you a homeowner. Get pre-approved services provided to first-time buyers and new immigrants. You can qualify for mortgage even if you have bad credit. Call Vic Prasad now on 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is associated with Craft Mortgages Canada Incorporated.
For any kind of visa-related services, contact Milky Way Immigration, a galaxy of opportunities located at Unit 209-9547 152 Street, Surrey, BC. They have licensed immigration consultants, placement officers, and LMIA experts to meet your immigration and recruitment needs. Book one-time free consultation either on Facebook or by calling 604-396-0005. Bollywood Banquet Hall and Conference Center, located at Pile Business Center at 201-8166 128th Street in Surrey. No celebration is too small to accommodate you. They have newly renovated 2 halls to serve you, up to 1,000 guest capacity, top-notch chefs to delight you with delectable and heavenly cuisine. So just call Bollywood Banquet Hall at 604-598-2700 for your events.
Benisi Mobile Detailing Services. They offer commercial trucks, cars, SUV, boats, bikes, RVs, and much more. Just give them a call at 778-808-2859. Just give them a call at 778-808-2859 and they will do all kind of services at your home.
Thank you, sponsors. Now we have our director, Shannon Pramal. Please have a look.
Hello and welcome back to Viti Vibes TV. I'm your director and host, Shannon Pramal. You can watch Viti Vibes every week on Thursdays at 10 p.m. or Sundays at 4:30 p.m. only on the Shaw Multicultural channel. Thanks for sticking around yet again for us with another week. Today I'm joined in the studio by my lovely co-host, Shivangni Naiker. So hello, Shivangni.
Hello.
Today we're talking a little bit more about something close to us. Shivangni and I are good friends on camera, off camera, and actually, June 8th is going to be National Best Friends Day. And friends do play a critical role, on a youth's life, their endeavors, and play quite a big influence on them. So we're kind of talking a little bit more about that, and basically in celebration of Best Friends Day, National Best Friends Day. So, National Best Friends Day, like I said, is going to be on June 8th. And basically, the origin of this, it's a legitimate thing for Canada and the U.S. So basically, in 1935, the U.S. Congress, they basically wanted to pay tribute to our besties and announce or declare a specific formal day for this. And they just chose June 8th. But yeah, they have a day for everything, really.
Oh yeah.
but you know what? Celebrating our friends having an extra day to celebrate our friends is an excuse I'm willing to take. But yeah, having good friends. I know at this age and definitely in my younger years is very transformative of how I've become the person I am today. And I can assume, like, for you as well, your friends have definitely played a big role on, like, who you've kind of become as well.
Yeah, it is pretty true. Like, throughout high school, sometimes friends don't last, and, like, I've seen, like, the shifter of friends I've had,
Yeah.
and how smaller my group has become now.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. That's definitely one thing.
Yeah.
But definitely also, like, the choices you make as a person and, like, how you kind of, like, have transformed as a person is because of your friends, largely in part, especially during your high school years, right?
Yeah.
So, actually, let's start off with just giving, just saying kind of like our friends obviously help us carry ourselves, but there's definitely good friends and there's definitely bad friends as well. Having friends, though, has its benefits. So, what are some of the benefits of your friends that you think you have gotten from your friend group?
I stopped living under a rock. I got out more. I started doing things more. You know, I started meeting more people. I started, growing my network in a way, kind of thing. And like I know, like you and like our friend group have like helped me become more social than what I was, because I was only like within like my small little rock underneath and just stay home, go to school, go to work, kind of thing. But like you guys, like I've gone out, socialized, I've experienced things that I should be experienced at my age, kind of thing, which is like good. Otherwise, like I would just be sitting at home.
Sitting at home, staying under the rock.
Yeah.
No, and that's very true because there's so many studies to actually back that up, where having friends and a good group of friends actually increases your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and increases your sense of belonging to the world as well. And I can definitely say that on my end too. Like, having a sense of belonging is like something that's very like needed.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like, how you think about like, what's the purpose of life? Like, it's such a big thing, right? And it's just like you don't think that deep into it, but like your friends are actually like, they give you like a little bit of more will to live, right?
Yeah.
A little bit more motivation to like, hey, like I want to hang out with my, even though you don't think about the bigger picture, like what's my meaning, what's my purpose, right?
Yeah.
Why am I motivated to like go to school every day, kind of thing, right?
Exactly.
But it does, that is a part of it. Your friends do play a role in that. So let's talk about good and bad friends. So, our besties, obviously, yours and mine, they're obviously good friends, right? We'd consider them good friends, and they're good friends for a reason. Good friends carry specific sort of traits, and they embody certain things. So I'll ask you, how could you tell the difference between a good and a bad friend?
See, a bad friend would encourage you to do things that you know for a fact that you're not supposed to be doing, but you're not sure because you don't want to upset that person. And a good friend always, make sure that you're doing the right thing, you're focusing on yourself, you make sure you're achieving your goals, kind of thing, while a bad friend just like holds you back and just wants you to keep them to yourself, like keep them to them, and like make sure you don't move on forward, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, jealousy is definitely like a thing.
Yeah.
And I know through my turnover of friends, personally, there's probably people that could relate as well. You have friends that like would kind of be a little salty or like bitter or whenever, or like not happy for you, right?
Oh yeah.
In certain instances of your life, like say like something good's happening, and then they're just kind of like, like you don't have to rub it in our face,
Exactly,
like, and it's not like you're trying to rub it in your face. You just want to share the excitement, share the joy. It's like it's everyone. You want everyone to be happy, right? But some people, they just kind of suck the life out of that, and you're just like
damn.
why? Like, so that's like kind of one, like, I guess, red flag. Maybe not red, but like a yellow flag, right? Like where you got to start like, okay, I don't know about that,
friend
right?
flag.
Yeah. So yellow friend flag. Having good friends, though, it does actually affect social development, and this has been studied, this has been proven. There's lots of research to back it up. But positive peer groups start practicing behaviors such as cooperating, sharing, resolving conflicts, and supporting others. The accepted standards or norms of positive peer groups can actually help adolescents build relationship skills and also hold favorable views of themselves and have the confidence to take positive risks.
Oh yeah, and like with friends, like you gain good and bad habits too when it comes to it. Like if you have a bad friend, you'll start gaining bad habits where like you don't want to do anything, you want to stay home, you just want to party all night, kind of thing. But then when you have a good friend, you'll have the motivation to go do things like finish your studying, get a job, you know,
Yeah.
focus on your life, you know, making money kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So habits is like another thing. Like I have 3 little cousins, which I teach them that like you have to choose your friends wisely. Even
Oh,
though
yeah,
they're in
no, for sure.
elementary, and like you will learn bad habits. Like the oldest one, she's 10 years old, so she's starting to like make friends, and she's learning these. Oh my god, these crazy things. I don't know how and where, and all these words.
Kids are so like
Oh my goodness, she's been learning these like big words, and she's only 10 years old, and
it's
I'm
so
like,
advanced.
oh yeah, and I was like, you have to use them wisely if you're gonna use them, and you have to understand each meaning. Like she'll tell me the meaning of it, like the actual meaning, and I was like, okay, if you know the actual meaning, then you have to use it wisely when you're with your friends, kind of thing, and you can't be taking your friends for granted anyway either, right? So that's like one thing. Like if you have little cousins or little siblings, start teaching them now,
Yeah.
so they don't, you know, end up making mistakes going forward, like, you know, like how we did.
Oh no,
Had to make
absolutely.
mistakes.
And I think like I personally, my personal opinion is that like you're gonna go through friend groups and like you're gonna meet people, but they're not gonna be with you for the rest of your life.
Oh yeah, they're not.
There's gonna be people that are like you've known since kindergarten and they'll stick with you till the end. I know I have friends that like are from kindergarten
Yeah.
and like I'm still friends with them. Maybe not as tight as I was back then,
Yeah.
but still pretty good friends. And then there's friends that I met like more recently in my life that like have become my best friends, right? And it's just crazy because it's like the people you think you're gonna end up with, like like a couple years down the line, they're like you guys kind of fade away. Like your friendship kind of fades away. You don't talk as much. But like definitely like friends will come, friends will go. And it's just a matter of like just reassessing throughout your life. Like okay, like what is beneficial out of this relationship?
Oh yeah.
Not that there should be like something like beneficial in the sense that like material items, I mean, but how is the friendship beneficial to like you and your well-being and
Yeah,
like
like-
each other? Like is it equal, right?
Yeah.
Because whatever you take, you always got to give too, right? There's always give and take. And I know like I've had friends where like I thought they were like my bestest friends in the world at one point in time, and then they ended up like stabbing my back and then, like and that just happens, right?
Yeah, it does.
And that's just the tale of time for
It
like high
does.
school students and
Oh,
like
yeah.
when you're in your primitive years.
It's so true. Like in high school, I was like in the senior leadership class all through from 8 to 12, and like I've noticed like my friend group just like changed. I had that one. I still have like he's still my best friend. Like that one friend, he stuck with me from I think grade 9 all the way now. Like I see him like probably once a weekend or whatever. But everybody else I've noticed, they just like shifted on to like other people. They've only were friends with me because like I was like the senior leader and like I did all this stuff. So they just wanted to be on my good side. So like they got like all the good stuff kind of thing. And it's just like damn, like I'm still like friends with them. We still like
You're
you know,
civil with
talk.
them, right?
Yeah, but I'm
Like-
just like civil with them. Like, you know, if I ever see them out in like whatever, I'll be like hi, hello kind of thing, right? But it's just like I've noticed that like it just changed so much where like they chose other group of friends other than like me, and then they're just like when they need something they come to me kind of thing in high school. And I was just like, damn,
Yeah.
now I know that like I have to shift my mind from you guys to like something else that's
Yeah.
more beneficial kind of thing. Like it just hurts your mental well-being, especially
Exactly.
when you get too attached to a person, especially when it comes to friends. When you get too attached, that hurts your mental well-being, and like you just get into a slump where they're just happy going with their life,
Yeah.
and they don't even care. And
No,
it's just like, damn.
absolutely. And that's actually a thing. And we'll get back to that idea. Let's talk a little bit more about bad friends now, since we're already there. So bad friends. A bad friend can be many things. But how would you describe like a bad friend? Like what are some of like the top like red flags of a bad friend?
Oh, when they just start encouraging you to do like things that you know that's wrong, but you're just unsure because you don't want to make you don't want to like make them feel bad kind of thing, or like they'll start calling you, oh, you're just scared, this and that, like like if they encourage peer pressure on you, that's like a big bad friend. And then they just like if you feel like they're pulling you back from things you know that you can achieve, that's a bad friend as well.
Yeah, no, and that's actually a thing. I remember there's this one guy I met like somewhere along the lines like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And he said that the only way you can level up is like if you have people in your circle that are already like doing that, like are achieving that.
Exactly. And it's
If
just
you
like,
take
damn.
yourself out of this, because like say if you're in like a group of friends that is just like they're just kind of comfortable with their lives, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and like you will just feel comfortable too, right?
Yeah.
But if you like take yourself out of that circle and put yourself in a place where it's like all your like your circle is like high achieving, like what grinding and like on to the next thing kind of people, then you're gonna become like that too.
But like at the same time, you gotta think about like if you put yourself in a circle like that, then you're gonna feel out of place. You're gonna feel like I don't really belong here, kind of thing, because they're just doing their own thing. There's no social interaction. There's no, hi, hello, how are you kind of thing. No checking up. It's just always about money, 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 work, work, work.
Well, not like the people that are like just grind and shine, like shine and grind, whatever, rise and grind. Like not that, but like you know what I mean, like where it's like say you have goal oriented friends who are very like okay, like I know I have things I want to achieve in my life and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then obviously your friends along the way. It's not that they're like not talking to you all together kind of thing. But if you have like high achieving friends and you are in that circle, then you're gonna kind of like you said that right, where it's like you're gonna feel uncomfortable. Like okay, they're all achieving high things. It works both ways, right? Like you're gonna feel uncomfortable. Like oh my god, everyone's achieving all these things and like they have all these goals. Like what am I doing? But then that puts you in that mindset like okay, what am I doing? And then it's like. Then eventually you start adapting, and that's the thing that friends have that influence, your peers have that influence, where you start adapting onto their habits, their kind of energies, right? Energy's a big thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, when you try to explain what energy is to a little kid, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, lights. But no, it's...
No.
It's human interaction.
It's the vibe. So, how do you spot a toxic friend? There's a few questions you could ask yourself. If you have questionable people in your life right now that you're kind of like, I don't know. So, we're here to help you. Some questions that you could ask yourself when you're thinking about a person. One could be, does scheduling for time to see your friend feel like an obligation or a pleasure?
Oh, yeah.
Are you obligated to see that person or do you actually want to hang out with that person?
Especially if that person, like, makes you feel like you are obligated, dude, you gotta, like, go away from that person. Like, that's a needy...
Yeah.
No.
Another thing is, do you ever feel trapped when you are with that person?
That is actually a main question that you should be asking.
Yeah.
Because if you're trapped,
that's no bueno.
If you're trapped in a friendship, you're just suffocating yourself, kind of thing.
And then, do they often show off at your expense?
Oh boy, I hate when people do that. Like, showing off is not going to get you anywhere, kind of thing. Like, yeah, we know that you get, like, you work hard and get nice things, but showing off doesn't get you anywhere. It just...
Oh, yeah.
It just doesn't. We call it nazar lag
Okay, next question is, are they reliable? Are they there for you when you need them? Are they reliably there for you when you need them? So, obviously, people are busy with their own lives and whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, in times of need, are they able to make their time, like, maybe not, like, right that second sometimes, but they make the effort to see you because you need them. Or, like, they're there for you when you need them.
Because you need, like, if you need someone that, like, keeps you, like, mentally sane kind of thing and, like, keeps your mind in a happy place. Like, if you're in such a bad situation and you know that you have a reliable friend that if you call, they're going to come and see you or, like, they're going to at least be on the phone to talk to you if they can't be there at the time.
Yeah.
Then you have to figure out, like, if you know that other person's not going to do it and they're just going to be like, you're just being a baby, just suck it up kind of thing. And she's like, damn, you gotta weigh the difference between the two friends kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. And another question you could also just generally ask yourself is, are you giving more or are you taking more? Like, are you getting more or are you giving more? If you're giving more, gotta think about that for a second because giving doesn't necessarily need to be material items. You can give more time than the other person. Like, you're always giving your time. You could always be giving your efforts. Right? Your emotional baggage. Like, like, how much are you giving in terms of, like, in comparison to what you are getting? That's also an important thing to ask. Because if you're a real one, a real friend, it should be a little bit, there should be give and take. That's true. A good amount of give and take.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it shouldn't be like you feel like you're obligated to give and you're obligated to take. You know what I mean? Like, it should just feel natural. Like, like you'll feel... It's like a feeling, you know, like a healthy balance. Like, you just know when there's a healthy balance.
That's true. And these questions don't only apply to, like, other people in your life. Try them applying to yourself, too, that you might not feel like you're being a good, like, you might not know that you're unintentionally being a bad friend unless you start asking all these questions. Right. And they're like, oh, damn, like, I'm acting like this. I gotta, fix myself kind of thing. Like, I have to rethink what I do. I have to rethink my steps kind of thing.
Yeah,
always
because
like ask
maybe
your question.
maybe if you don't think your friends are the problem, maybe you're the problem.
No offense, but
Yeah, no, but it's always good to like be conscientious of that sort of thing,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, or how does this feel equal, right? Like,
exactly.
yeah. What to do in those situations if you do have like a toxic friend per se, or someone that has like red flags, but like obviously not, if there are some red flags, doesn't mean you cut them out of your life immediately, kind of thing. We're not saying that. You don't have to cut people out like that.
Messy cutoff is not that great.
Yeah, preventing that. But you can communicate. Communication is a big thing in every relationship that you have in your life.
Yes.
Including friendships.
Yes.
So be able to communicate that. So if you're found in a situation where you're like, that's kind of sus, right? Sus being suspicious for those that aren't online and like on social media know what this means. But if you are thinking that like, this kind of doesn't feel right, or like I kind of feel a type of way about it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what can I do, right? Talk to them about it. Sometimes you just have to be frank. And sometimes you just gotta do that, get it off your chest and have like a mature conversation about it. If they start getting defensive, if they start acting like the victim, if they start making it seem like it's your fault, then your intuition might have been right all along and they might be a toxic friend, right?
Yeah, and then they're not mature enough to have a proper grown conversation with
Exactly.
you about it.
Yeah. And so that's toxic friends. But to wrap up the conversation again, let's go back to the good friends, because it is National Best Friends Day on June 8th. So our good friends, did you know, fun fact, there's some research that's been happening that close friends are the secret to longevity. Did you know that? Good friends lead to a longer life. And that's just, it makes sense though. When you have a good set of friends around you, like it could totally like work out that way, for sure.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really true.
Yeah, so when older adults have close confidence, close friends, they're likely to live longer, according to a 2005 study conducted by Australia's Flinders University. And they followed 1,500 people for over 10 years. Researchers discovered that people with a large network of friends outlived their counterparts by 22%.
Oh boy.
So that's your fun fact of the day.
Keep your circle small, guys. Small and happy.
Yeah, but with all that being said, obviously, your friends, they will come and go, but there's always your good friends that will last you for a lifetime. And my message to everybody is just to enjoy your time with your friends, make the memories while you're still able to, right?
Yeah.
Because you never know. And obviously, happy Best Friends Day to all the besties and our besties too as well, watching this and supporting us. For our viewers, I feel like you guys are our besties because every time you're watching us every week. So thank you to you guys as well. But on that note, that wraps up for our conversation today. And we'll see you all next week.
Thank you, Shannon. Remember, guys, this is your show, and if you're a youth and you'd like to be on the show, we'd love to hear from you. We have a few announcements of events that you might be willing to attend, so have your pens and papers ready. Cultural Reunion 2023 will be taking place at the Qatari Hall in Ba, Fiji Islands on July 29th and July 30th. Get your tickets ASAP, because they are running out. For more information, please go onto Khalsa College Union page on Facebook. Sadly, we ran out of time for today's show, but I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I love bringing it to you. If you had missed our show today, you can always watch it on Sundays at 4:30 p.m. and 5:30 in Alberta. No show is complete without our support from our sponsors, so please reach out if you were willing to support this youth show. You can reach out to Camille Singh at 604-537-5123, and again, the numbers are in the credits. Also, please don't forget to watch Fijian Focus on Tuesdays at 10 p.m., Thursdays at 2:30 p.m., and Sundays at 4 p.m. Asian Pulse TV on Wednesdays at 2:30 p.m., Thursdays at 8:30 p.m., and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. As well as the Camille Singh Talk Show at 10 a.m. and the repeats on Sundays at 5:30 p.m. We upload all of our shows on YouTube, so please watch, like, and definitely share. Before we wrap up this episode, I will leave you guys with these thoughts. Constantly remind yourself, I'm a member of a whole body and conscious things. You think of yourself as a MRE part, and then love humanity will not well up in your heart. You will look for some reward in every kind of act of kindness, and miss the boon as you act itself offering. Then all your work will be seen as a mere duty and not as a very pothole, connecting you with the universe itself. By Marcus Aurelius. With that being said, I'm your host Pranay Sharma, and I'm signing off. See you guys.
I understand how important it is to have a place called home, and it's frustrating using your hard-earned money on rent. Vic Prasad can make you a homeowner. Get pre-approved services provided to first-time buyers and new immigrants. You can qualify for mortgage even if you have bad credit. Call Vic Prasad now on 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is associated with Craft Mortgages Canada Incorporated.
For any kind of visa-related services, contact Milky Way Immigration, a galaxy of opportunities located at Unit 209-9547 152 Street, Surrey, BC. They have licensed immigration consultants, placement officers, and LMIA experts to meet your immigration and recruitment needs. Book one-time free consultation either on Facebook or by calling 604-396-0005. Bollywood Banquet Hall and Conference Center, located at Pile Business Center at 201-8166 128th Street in Surrey. No celebration is too small to accommodate you. They have newly renovated 2 halls to serve you, up to 1,000 guest capacity, top-notch chefs to delight you with delectable and heavenly cuisine. So just call Bollywood Banquet Hall at 604-598-2700 for your events.
Benisi Mobile Detailing Services. They offer commercial trucks, cars, SUV, boats, bikes, RVs, and much more. Just give them a call at 778-808-2859. Just give them a call at 778-808-2859 and they will do all kind of services at your home.
Ain't fat, double shot your fingers, then you lean back. All out of state, on the day they never seen that. Ain't fat, double shot your fingers, then you lean back.